everyone! Thank you for joining us for another episode of Dice Jailers Campaign 2. Nope, still don't have a new joke for it.
Electric Boogaloo.
I see that one's always in the back pocket, but I say that joke all the time. I don't know.
It's because it's an excellent one.
It is.
2 dice, 2 jailers.
There it is. That's the one.
Got it in one, Monica. Oh, dang.
2 jailers, 1 dice.
No.
2 jailers, 1 cup? No.
No.
2 dice, 1 jail.
No, absolutely not. No. Oh, that got psychic damage to probably our whole audience. So we have our announcements that will eventually show up, so I'll kick it to Future Jordan.
Hello! As far as announcements go, we don't have too many this week. First up, thank you so much to Sirenscape for all the music that you'll hear contained within the episode. Also, this is closing weekend for I'll Miss You When You're Gone over at Theater Off Jackson with Monica in it. It's a great show. I went to see it on Monday night, and you're definitely going to want to catch this show before it's gone. As far as other announcements go, I think that's all, except to say thank you to our Ko-fi subscribers that are in our official Discord moderated by me, which means it's not moderated very well. But thank you so much for supporting us as we keep the show going. With that all said, let's get back to the episode.
Thank you, Future Jordan.
And there we go. And that'll bring us to my favorite segment, Jaime.
Hi. I never have any idea what I'm going to say, but right now I have even less idea. I don't know why. I forgot this was even a thing somehow, even though I've done it how many times before. But guys, you should probably give us money. You know you want to. I know things are very easy for everyone, and you're probably just rolling in all sorts of extra cash. The state of everything is pristine. And you are not worried about your life, the future, your own needs, and you're thinking to yourself right now, you know what I should do is give money to strangers who ramble at me on the internet. And so I'm so glad you feel that way. And because you do, the thing to do is go to the link, which Jordan will indicate right now, at Ko-fi/DiceJailers.com, where you can send us actual human monies to support what we are doing here, which, frankly, is distracting you from the fact that everything I said at first was incorrect and everything is kind of a dumpster fire. So, to thank us for distracting you momentarily from everything, you can show your appreciation at Ko-fi/DiceJailers.com. Thank you very much, and money, please!
And with that, we return to the dumpster fire. A different dumpster fire.
No, we have to pause now for Jordan to tell me how much he liked it.
Yeah, it's really important. Positive affirmation for our friends is important. And Jaime, you are absolutely phenomenal, as always. And I appreciate you. All right, Bjorn, go ahead.
You arrived at the settlement of Isan Kaelora, having been brought to an area known as the Pilgrim's Respite, a place where you can receive some refreshments, a structure to rest in. You were fed, sadly not a full charcuterie plate, as Etty was hoping for, but an offer to learn how to milk camels, if you would like.
And I did.
Cured meats, various breads and crackers, and hummus, as you are all going to have an opportunity to rest and eat before you have audience the following morning, as Jenah was able to pick up some surface thoughts about a missing reliquary, and it seems that this is what you were going to be likely asked to help with. You're waiting to receive audience with High Dawn Lord Ludithas Driastonish. There was some revelry around supper. There was much drinking. Varsha upon passing out, had a very vivid dream that gave her a vision of a very important location to her deity, the god Coralon, which this location just so happens to be as part of the same mountain range of the Crossroad of Books that Jenah wishes to get to. This same location that others in the party have, I'm not going to say tried to discourage Jenah from pursuing, but it definitely wanted to make sure Jenah understands the various risks involved. Varsha borrowed Jenah's map and made some notations on it to share what information Varsha had received in her journey west, away from this mountain range. Before Jenah went to sleep, she created an illusory duplicate of herself that was able to study the map for her. While this studying was happening, a conversation occurred between Etty and Jenah about the details of Jenah's and Xavier's previous relationship, how long back it occurred, and the how and why of it ending. Everyone found their way to bed, and not long after dawn, the next morning, you are all awakened by a gentle rap at the door, and you recognize the voice of the first individual that you met when you arrived here, Brother Aloric, who's yes, hello. It is time.
Good morning, Brother Aloric. May his light shine upon you.
And let his light shine on you as well. Hopefully you all can be cleaned up and decent quite quickly here. His grace awaits.
Thank you. I can't speak for the others. I don't have much nicer than this to put on.
Oh, I meant just making sure that you're clothed. Some people, it gets warm, they decide, hey, I don't need clothing, and it's...
A skyclad?
We're not that kind of church. That's all I'm trying to say.
Understood.
Not that we disapprove of anyone's form or those who appreciate, sharing their natural wonders with the world. However, there are just certain... You understand.
I do.
Thank goodness. Anyhow, that's enough talking about that. If you could gather your allies and we'll be off.
Is everybody else up and stirring? How's Varsha?
Varsha's been up for a while, actually. She went to bed much earlier than you, than everyone. So she woke up pretty early, and she's been praying for a long time. I think she was probably up at the dawn with the Lathander acolytes, but didn't join them.
And you've got that orcish resolve, so you have no hangover.
No.
No.
Tequila? You should see what they make back home. Fuck this.
Oh, yeah. No, the shit you're used to drinking?
Yeah. Yeah, so she's ready. She's just stiff because I think she's been praying like down on her hands and knees for a long time.
Yeah, Varsha drank tequila. I was like, this shit's great. You ever had anything that's been distilled from a sweet potato? I have.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I mean, if you distill a potato, I guess you could distill a sweet potato.
Vodka.
In the Custodian Empire, there's probably not a single root vegetable that they haven't figured out how to turn into alcohol.
Fuck the sweet potato. We use ashes for hangovers, so don't get drunk with an orc ever.
No.
I mean, or do.
The funny part, Etty also being from the Custodian Empire also wakes up totally fine.
Oh yeah.
She's like, hell yeah, let's go. Just doesn't like mornings.
You got that halfling resolve.
Yeah, I do.
It's that halfling luck. You just don't get hangovers.
Having luck and bravery.
Yep.
But you're noticing very quickly Etty is not a morning person. Like, whereas she's usually quite like chipper and like a little jumpy, she's just like funking until probably about an hour or two after she usually wakes up. So she's just sitting there very quiet and just a little angry at being awake this early.
Yeah, given that it's like dawn, no questions asked to me. I'm gonna I'll tell when everyone's gathered, I'll tell them that, our audience is prepared, basically, and then I will the idea that if they ask, because I'm terrible at lying, if they ask, I'm just going to tell the truth and say a teleport went wrong and we were unexpectedly teleported here. So that's true, and that they'll probably ascribe the Lathander of it all.
You could let Xavier.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to talk unless they ask me directly, but I was who said that we asked, and so if they asked me directly, I figured if I don't lie, I just don't tell the whole truth, then I won't give myself away, because I'm just real not good at lying. I turn red, and it's bad. But if I say, we did not expect to be teleported here, because that's true.
I think that's a great
You don't
thing.
have to say anything.
Yeah, that's a great thing to have in the back pocket, but...
I'm just telling y'all, that's the first plan. That's the first plan. But I just wanted you to know that I did have a plan in case they asked me, because I know that I messed up. But my first plan is to let y'all talk.
Yeah, I like that.
Not me, Xavier.
Yeah. I'll do that, and that what you've come up with is great. That is like step 4 of them asking deep, maybe 5. If they really try and press, then we'll get there. But otherwise, it's going to be, we're just on our way traveling.
Okay, because if they ask me a direct question, am I supposed to I'm going to fake mute? Because I'm not going to say, oh, they speak for me, because that's,
That's incredibly fey of you.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
You're coming up with loopholes to speak the truth. It's very strange. It's very sort of circular.
Yeah.
It's lawyerly. It is lawyerly, is what it is.
Like the fey.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying last night. Etty lifts up her head, falls back asleep immediately.
All right, up you get.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I don't wanna.
sack of potatoes.
Yes.
I'll just do a good prestidigitation over my hair and let's travel on to our audience.
I will change my cloak of many fashions to look not like the garb they're wearing, but kind of a similar color scheme, just to try to, like nod to them. Like if they're wearing white and gold, I'm probably wearing sort of cream,
Kind of fey of you.
You just hear Etty giggling like in your ear, just like I was literally saying this. And I do just nestle in and I fall asleep in Varsha's arms until we get there.
As you all
Jenah visibly pressed.
as you all exit the structure you were staying in, Brother Aloric is there waiting for you, and he's got some small wooden bowls as well as this wooden pitcher, and he pours out some water into each one of them, and he extends a bowl towards each of you. He says, the water brought you from our wells of benediction. This will help rejuvenate, wake you up, and if you're feeling any after effects of the beverages from last night, will help with that as well.
How are we to take it?
You just drink it from the bowl.
Oh, all right, because I'm halfway through, like, dipping my hand in to do...
And the water, it's quite cool. It's refreshing. It kind of perks you up a little bit. Like it gives you that almost like a caffeine hit. Where you're like, well, this is fantastic. So all of a sudden, Etty, you're able to keep your eyes mostly open at this point. You know, you not being a morning person, we're not going to say it fully rejuvenates you, but it certainly doesn't suck.
Well, and also now Eddie's like, oh my god, I don't have to walk. It's excellent.
And he just goes full shoulder cat.
Mm-hmm. Start purring. Just.
The walk is not a lengthy one. As you are brought to the center of Isan Kaelora, you reach what you've heard referred to as the Radiant Sanctum, this circular hub where often in one distance you can hear a group of followers singing, and in this like small amphitheater type area off to one side, and you are brought into this towering cathedral right in the center of the sanctum itself. You can see various statues flanking on either side of, you imagine, important figures throughout the religious history of Lathander. Various individuals here in state of prayer, and high above a circular opening in the ceiling where at midday will allow all of the sun's light to pour directly into this cathedral. And you see also in the middle, directly beneath that, is this raised dais stairs on all sides, and what is like a cylindrical altar at the center with four curved prongs that all meet in the middle. That looks like it once held something. You will be led up to this dais, and standing there, you will see a individual elvish man. You can see some years on his face. You imagine he's probably well into his second or third century, and you assume this is High Dawn Lord Ludithas Dreastonish. He is tall, probably about 6'3" or 6'4", and he has a very just stiff and rigid posture, clearly from years of discipline and following teachings. Very few age lines on his face. Like, you don't see a whole lot of smile lines or frown lines either. Clearly a very stoic individual from first glance. His vestments are shimmering white with various gold thread woven throughout, and he wears a large medallion of the sun. And he looks over all of you, and he says, "You have seen the wound. You have tread upon it with your own feet.
Did you say wood?
Wound.
Wound. Oh.
If that
You
is
are aware
true, we
of what's been
may have
lost.
A different name.
I'm sorry?
If that is true, we may have a different name for it than the wound.
I refer to the city of Salnor. You walked from there to here, did you not?
Yes.
Then you have seen it.
We have. Very empty. Surprisingly so.
This settlement was built in response to the death of that city. We consider it our duty, our responsibility to bring life back to where it once stood. You all have seen it. But you are not of the dynasty. You are of our ally. You are Zurian, I am told. This is good. It's good to be able to rely on those close to us. He gestures at this dais, this altar. Says, until a few weeks ago, this is where the Daybreak Reliquary stood. It was crucial, is crucial to our work here. It gathered the strength of the dawn. It fueled. It enabled our ability to heal here in this town. Everything you see, we are capable of because of this peace of the Morning Lord. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. And we need help finding it. Not just for the future of Salnor, but for the future of this settlement, the future of Isan Kaelora, and the ability of everyone here to survive. Because if this settlement erodes and dies, I don't know that I believe there will be enough provisions for those who stand here to safely leave the desert.
We were planning to continue on, but with something so dire, we'd certainly like to help. I'm not sure how we can, besides going and looking for you, but we'd love any kind of lead as well as help with fixing this for you, but we need to travel on eventually.
What time do you have?
It is nebulous. It's more of a, we didn't plan to stop here. There are lives to continue.
I wish I could give you a lead, a thought on the reliquary. It was simply gone one morning. No divine wards were triggered. No trace of any sort of break-in.
When?
It was simply gone. The only thing of significance we can note is yesterday, around midday, one of our other Dawn Lords, who was here within the cathedral, giving midday rites to Lathander, swears that she saw what she called an echo of it appear here on the dais, right around midday. She said wherever it was, it seemed like it was almost in two places at once.
When did you lose your artifact?
About 2 weeks ago.
And you say about yesterday midday?
It was when she saw the echo, yes.
Oh, it's at this point that I wish Xavier could speak telepathically.
Your Radiance,
Yes.
if I may, I can. Sorry. No, I'm looking at I feel I'm like signaling to the guys like it's cool. I'm not saying anything stupid. I can attempt to locate an object that I am familiar with, not having seen your reliquary, of course. Do you have any sort of a drawing or depiction of it, or could you at least describe to me what it looked like?
I can do better. And he will gesture, and you will see this pendant appear floating above his hand. Very ornate silver chain extends upward, sort of hovering there, and this spherical, almost like cage at the bottom of it. And inside, you can see what looks like to be this very curled and crumpled pile of cloth. As it is said to contain a piece of the vestments of the first Dawn Lord that followed Lathander.
Super quick, Etty sees Xavier make like a little face, and she'll kind of like lock in a little bit, and a little blood will kind of fall from her eye, but she'll wipe it away super quick, like she's wiping away sleep. And Xavier and Varsha, in your head, you hear, "What are you thinking?"
Can you give me a sleight of hand check?
That's a natural one, but I'm a halfling, so hold on.
It is wise to keep me out of this, but also hurtful.
Sorry, I love you. 22.
Is it 22?
22.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yep.
He does not notice.
Yeah. And then I just like quickly think afterwards. I'm like, don't freak out. Don't freak out. You can think it. I can hear you, and so can Varsha.
Why would the spire, doing whatever it did, or us teleporting here, make some sort of echo here?
That's
what happened midday.
If it's the Chronal Inquisition, that's the same time that big explosion went off. If their magic deals with, like, setting time right or something, if there was some kind of time heist, that's a ripple in magic that would be time that could cause the echo of it to come back or something like that. Because that would have been about at the same time that the explosion went off and our fight went off.
Right. And you think that the Chronal Inquisition had something to do with it, or that someone did a heist and the Chronal Inquisition's, like, residual magic did something to do?
I think it's just powerful and weird and unprepped for, uncontained magic having after effects other places than it was cast. I don't know a whole lot about time magic. I don't know really anything about time magic, but...
Well, it was kind of just invented, really,
yeah.
So...
Well, and it definitely does seem connected in some way.
Also, why are you? How are you in my head? By the way, what's going on here?
I don't know. I didn't do this.
No, that was me. I noticed it a couple years ago that when I focus really, really hard on what somebody's thinking, I can make it happen for a short amount of time. And you had just made a face. And so I thought, maybe I'd try.
It's very cool, but I do think you burst a blood vessel or something in your eye, by the way.
Well, yeah, no, don't. I think I'm covering up by pretending I'm tired pretty well, not gonna lie.
Astonish will speak, say, I see you are all deep in consideration over the words I've just shared with you, and I understand this must be a lot to process, but being that you are adventuring types, we feel like you may be the best lead possible. We have offered much prayer to Lathander for us to be given guidance, help, an answer in this, and then you all showed up, which suggests to me you are what we've asked for.
And I'll say this out loud. It seems like a great choice for everyone for us to help you, and with some of the magic available, I'm certain we can give it a good shot. This is going to sound a bit gauche to ask, but if we help you, we just like some assistance ourselves in traveling on to what we're doing next afterwards.
We believe that transgressions should receive swift and reasonable punishment. So it goes to follow that assistance would also rightfully receive swift and reasonable assistance. Your words are reasonable, and I see no problem in offering assistance within the realm of our capabilities.
Of course.
What assistance would you be seeking, may I ask? I'd hate to be caught in a situation where you resolve this for us and then what you expect is not something we are capable of delivering.
You got extra camels?
I personally do not, as I do not have any. However,
right.
I can ask and see what there is available.
If we could perhaps gain enough supplies to travel out of the desert, we were a bit unprepared.
Yeah.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Yes,
Do you believe that your artifact may still be here in the settlement somewhere? Do you have any reason to believe that?
If it's gone, it hasn't gone far. We would have noticed an individual trying to travel out of the desert, especially alone. Single individuals draw more attention traveling in the desert than groups do. Groups make more sense. A lone person out in the desert doesn't.
Maybe they're just doing single file to hide their numbers.
Yeah, you do speak truth on this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It
I was
does.
just gonna reference as much as I could.
It does stand to follow that you all would be a bit out of sorts out here, looking over the way you are dressed. You certainly aren't suited for desert travel, which does have me wondering, how were you delivered to us?
Bad planning.
How so?
Jenna's looking at him very pointedly.
Sometimes.
Perhaps you were right. Perhaps we were an answer to a prayer.
What brought you to Selnor?
This is out of character. I just need to say this. This is not in character. Our health. We came to Selnor for the waters.
There is a river.
Sanctuary is what we required. We knew that Lathander would provide.
You were in the city when the collapse happened, yes?
The collapse?
There was a tower that stood within the city. It fell yesterday. We could see it from here. I imagine with the timing of when you arrived and the direction you approached from, likely were in the city when it fell.
Does that normally happen?
No.
There was a large amount of rubble. Sandworms?
Make a deception check.
Yeah, love to. I would love to. That's what I'm here for, baby. Let's see.
Jenna is vibrating with the suppressed, just trying to suppress saying anything.
Yeah, don't worry. My deceptions. Let's see. What is math? 19.
23.
Son of a.
Was I not aiding? Did you roll with advantage on that?
I didn't.
You know, with my
May.
general holiness.
You may. He has
Your
a
Holiness.
very high wisdom.
I figured.
I was gonna say this is a high ranking.
It's still a dirty 20.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You have something you prefer not to share.
Your radiance is perceptive.
We don't mean to be impolite. You have been very gracious to us.
I understand. I don't want to impose on your privacy. For what it's worth, as you look around and you see nothing but followers of the Morning Lord. I don't know how much time you've spent in the Luviel dynasty, but Lathander is not the most commonly revered deity throughout the nation. I and these followers are here because we believe in something. We believe in the restoration of a city that no longer supports life. So I want you to know you are safe here. While we are part of the Alluvial dynasty, we do not share all agreements with the Alluvial dynasty. And his eyes will turn to you, Jenah.
Shit.
I know a mage when I see one. And I keep appraised of current events. I do not know if you have associations or do not have associations with one Professor Zorandus, but what I will say is this. If you do, no one here cares. And if you don't, no one here cares.
I can
say-
tell you in all honesty. Beg your pardon.
I say this only that it's important to me that you understand you are among friends here.
I can tell you with complete honesty, your radiance, that I have never met Professor Zoryantis.
A shame. I would have had many questions if you had, as I have heard he is quite the exuberant, exciting individual, and I've always wanted to meet someone who's met the man, but that's irrelevant. The reliquary.
Can I do an insight check while we're
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, you may. Go right ahead. Ooh, that's a good roll. Beat a 20.
23.
7.
High perception, bitch.
Yeah. He has some sort of fascination with Professor Zorandus as a person. Everything he is saying about how if Jenah knows the professor or doesn't, that no one here gives a shit, on the level. He is absolutely on the level. And with that 23, you sort of get the sense that there is almost some rebellion in his religious followings. It's not just that he's a follower of Lathander, it's almost that he is rejecting much of the religious dogma to the northern cities that make up the core of the Alluvial dynasty. And
All right.
what's that?
I was about to say something like real inside baseball Catholic.
Okay.
I was like, oh, they're Jesuits. Cool.
Yeah. So, correct me if I'm wrong, the dominant religion in the Alluvial dynasty is Corellon, right?
Yes,
Okay.
big time.
And also, does he believe that we are fully safe here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you sort of get the sense that the geography is part of what he thinks keeps this place safe. Because let's face it, unless you're coming down here to come to this small town that has dedicated itself to try and bring life back to this dead city, there is no fucking reason to come to the Gialcati Dunes unless you're like, hey, I want to go hang out where sandworms are. If there's anything we can do to be of assistance, please let me know. I wish I had more to offer you to go on with this.
Your Radiance, may we speak, if it's all right, may we speak to the High Dawn Lord who saw the echo yesterday?
She's not a High Dawn Lord, merely a Dawn Lord.
Oh, beg your pardon.
She's a sober one.
That's funny. That's funny. She has aspirations.
That was all Xavier, by the way.
She has aspirations to become a High Dawn Lord, however, and I believe that she will be one of the next to ascend under his light. Yes, you will be looking for Dawn Lord Ulasis Lindry.
And where might we find her, you said?
Yes, this time of day. You will find her in as you leave the Basilica, off to the west, you will see a small building, the Concordant Throne. It's where our highest-ranking clergy gather daily to oversee operations as well as deliver judgment on any transgressions that have passed. This time of day, that's where she would be.
Apologies. Where was the artifact originally located? Where was it placed?
And he gestures at the dais. Yeah.
Here. All right. Maybe you three go talk to the High Lord. My lord. Sorry, the Lord, not the High Lord. My lord, could maybe the two of us pray here at the dais?
I would like that very much. It has been some time since I've prayed with a follower of another deity, and if his light has taught me anything, it's that his light touches all, and all are his gifts.
Yes, I believe it does.
Okay. Let's go ask some questions. And I will pat I'll pat Varsha on the shoulder as we walk away and give a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Just a little in case something goes sideways, cuz I don't know he's on the up and up. I don't have a damn clue.
Varsha, in your head, you will hear, think if something goes wrong. I'm still in your brain.
Sure. Tell Jenah to not cast locate object within like 1,000 feet of here.
Okay.
Don't waste the spell.
I'll just grab Jenna's hand and waddle in kind of, you're not too much taller than me, so I'll just be like, Varsha says don't cast locate object yet.
Oh, I was going to do it right as soon as we got outside.
Oh, don't. Please. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. It has something to do with the rutabaga.
When did she say that to you?
Like just now? I'll tell you later. Come on.
It's reliquary, by the way. Reliquary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is just on the way out.
I think the session title might just be Rutabaga.
I have a list of different R words for when I need to forget what the word reliquary is.
This makes me very happy. This makes me very happy.
Oh god.
If you do you have inspiration? If you don't, take it for that, please.
Yeah, maybe.
Would deserve it. That's fantastic.
My lord.
Yes. Yes.
I admit I wanted a moment with you. Because I find that you and I have, I suppose have separated from the Alluvial dynasty for similar yet disparate reasons.
I do not know your reasons, but mine are in great disagreement with how the leadership is currently conducting itself. I believe the new crown bearer, he has potential. He is young for a crown bearer. He is driven. But I worry he is still too attached to some of the old ways.
Yes, I suppose here, sorry, maybe, Neil, I will aid you in this.
Please.
But, I feel like maybe I won't need to explain my reasons once you see what I mean. And I'm going to pull out my symbol of Coralon. that's on my neck.
Yeah.
So
Your accent.
Yes,
You're not from the dynasty originally, are you?
I'm Kostan. Yes.
I haven't traveled to the Empire in quite some time.
You've been.
Many times. Many pilgrimages. Many times. I met the Emperor himself once, before he rose to eminence. He was fiery, passionate. He's a good leader. I worry that the chaos of the Empire may be the end of him one day, but for now, he does well. And I must say, I've not had spirits quite like the ones I've consumed there, let me tell you. I never knew you could make alcohol from a turnip.
Yes, we've gotten creative.
Extremely. I suppose this little corner of the desert is somewhat inspired by some of what I saw there. Those surviving through necessity and belief.
Yes.
A citizen of the Empire who was a follower of Coralon. This I have never seen before.
And a friend to neither, it turns out.
Not a friend to your deity, really. Now that part is fascinating.
A friend of neither the dynasty nor the empire. I am not accepted in either place. So.
I know we are not supposed to assume, but this is not the deity I would have begged you for.
No.
So, I should remind myself I still can learn before I think.
Yes, well, we are all called in the strangest of ways.
How may I help you, my child?
No, I am interested in helping you. I like the idea that the gods have willed us to be here.
Then I will say this. If in the unlikely event, and I do mean extremely unlikely event, if anyone travels through this settlement, and if they ask me about a quartet of interesting individuals that passed through, if I know where they came from or where they went, I will merely tell people the gods work in mysterious ways.
Thank you. And I, from here on the dais, I will cast Locate Object to see if this thing is within 1,000 feet of us.
We'll get back to that. Jumping over to the three of you as you approach this structure, you can see two armed individuals, guards of sort, that are taking this man, looks to be about mid to late 30s. They each have some of his the shoulders of his tunic, and one of the guards claps a canteen of water to his chest. It says, "Sentence has been passed. It is you and the Sands. We wish you luck on your survival." And they carry him past the three of you. And as you are approaching, you can see a woman who is standing near the entryway to the concordant throne, and based on what she is wearing compared to what you had previously seen with the High Dawn Lord, the level of detail on this, you assume this is Dawn Lord Ulasis Lindri. You can see that her eye catches the three of you, and she's curious.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Lord Lindri?
You have me at a disadvantage.
We were sent by the High Dawn Lord to help, hopefully, locate...
The reliquary.
Yes. We're here to help.
What have you found so far?
Not really anything. We're grasping at our first bits of our first straws, but we were hoping you could tell us everything you can about seeing it reappear yesterday for a moment.
Yes. Well, I was offering prayer at midday near the altar. And I sensed it before I saw it. Something drew my focus to the dais. And just like it had been only a few weeks prior, I swear I could see the reliquary in its proper position. But I could tell it also wasn't there. It wasn't fully tangible. It was almost like a ghost of itself. But it didn't seem to hover above its resting place. It appeared to have weight. I could see the way the prongs that held it were pulled down slightly by the weight of it. And then it was gone. They rose back up to their empty position. And then moments later, I heard a distant crash or rumble. Went outside, and I'd been informed that the spire that had once stood in the city of Salnor had just collapsed.
I have a completely different question.
I likely have a completely different answer then.
Who was that you were just kicking out into the sands?
What did he do?
Judgment here is swift and final. He was in a quarrel over space in the mart. And things escalated, became violent. He drew a blade. He claims he merely meant to be threatening with it, but a man was stabbed and is no longer alive. We are offering a chance, though we recognize minuscule, of survival. His punishment is he is given a water skin and banished to the sands, and he will not be welcomed back within our walls.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because my head was going, if you're missing your rhododendron, like not having people just be able to leave city limits might be a good idea, but sorry.
No, don't apologize. That's fucking awesome. I was not ready for rhododendron.
So far I got two more, so.
You should always be ready for our state flower.
Oh, you're the best. No, he absolutely did not have the reliquary, that we are sure of.
Right.
I know there
Okay,
are
sorry.
those... I'm sorry?
Oh, I was just saying sorry. I was just curious.
No, understandably. I know there are those who would consider our decisions harsh. But Lathander demands swift and proper judgment. If the gods will it, he will find survival.
You said it created a weight?
Yes, almost as if it was actually there, but I could somewhat see through it, so it clearly couldn't be there. It was almost like it was in two places at once.
Did it
And
have,
she will... Good.
Did it have relatively the magical look of, and I will try and describe some of the warping that we've seen when other Chronal Inquisition magic has happened?
As you describe it, you see her eyes go wide. Yes, precisely that. I had never seen anything like it before. And as she very excitedly replies to that, we will jump back to Varsha as you focus on this locate object spell. You're hunting out there with your thoughts, anything within 1,000 feet, and you're positive that there's absolutely nothing until right on the edge of it, you get the most faint ping. And we'll pick up with that ping the next time we play, as we have a conversation to continue and an object to follow up on. We'll see where it is, where it's going, and if you can catch up with it. And that will be our next delve into adventure when we find out what chaos awaits.